In this video, we're looking at 7 unique birds that have one thing in common. They all have mohawks. These North American species each wear their crests a little differently, and we're going to take a closer look at where they live, how to recognize them, and what makes them stand out. If you enjoy this video and learn something new, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Number 1. Northern Cardinal. The northern cardinal is probably the most recognizable bird in this video, and perhaps across much of the country. Males are bright red with a black mask and a tall pointed crest that gives them a constant mohawk look. Females are softer in color, a warm brown with red highlights, but they still have that same bold crest on top. A cardinal's crest isn't just for show. It can be raised or flattened depending on the bird's mood, often lifted when the bird is alert, excited, or agitated. Cardinals live year-round across the eastern U.S., from Maine to Florida and west to Texas and the Central Plains. They're one of the most common birds at a feeder, especially when you put out some sunflower seeds. Their clear whistling songs are a familiar sound in early morning hours, and they hold the title of official state bird in 7 different states. Number 2. Blue jay. Blue jays are loud, bold, and impossible to miss. Their bright blue feathers and crisp white belly make them easy to spot. Like the cardinal, a blue jay's crest rises up when the bird is excited or agitated, making their mood easy to read. They're found throughout the eastern and central U.S. from the Gulf Coast, up through the Great Lakes, and into parts of southern Canada. Blue jays visit feeders regularly, especially when you offer them unshelled peanuts. They're excellent mimics and often copy hawk calls, which can trick other birds into hiding so they can eat from the feeders without competition. Blue jays are likely one of the smartest birds in your backyard. Number 3. Tufted titmouse. The tufted titmouse is a small gray bird with a round body, big black eyes, and a pointed crest that's always raised. It gives them a curious, alert look that never really goes away. That little mohawk sits forward on the head like a soft spike, adding to their animated personality. They're common across the eastern U.S., from New England to the Gulf Coast and over to Texas. They visit my feeders daily, usually grabbing sunflower seeds and flying off to crack them open in a nearby tree or sometimes right on the feeder. You'll often hear their recognizable Peter, Peter, Peter call echoing through residential neighborhoods. Number 4. Cedar waxwing. Cedar waxwings have a sleek, smooth crest that gently sweeps back from the head, more like a styled mohawk than a spiky one. Their soft tan bodies, black eye masks, and yellow-tipped tails make them look almost too elegant to be real. That crest adds to the refined look, always blending into their smooth feathering. They range across most of North America, inhabiting woodlands, orchards, and hedgerows where berry-producing trees and shrubs thrive. In late fall and winter, you'll spot small, social flocks foraging together in treetops, moving in unison to locate fruit. At night, they roost in dense foliage, clustering closely to share warmth. Number 5. Pileated woodpecker. Pileated woodpeckers are massive, about the size of a crow, and their red crest is impossible to ignore. It comes up from the back of the head like a wild mohawk, giving them a fierce, prehistoric look. Males have an extra red stripe across the cheek, while females are slightly more toned down. They're not terribly common at bird feeders and mainly stick to mature forests across the eastern U.S. and parts of the Pacific Northwest. I will see one in the yard from time to time, and when they show up, I run to get the camera. Pileated calls are very loud and sound almost like a wild laughter. They leave large, rectangular holes in trees when they dig for carpenter ants. Number 6. Steller's jay. Steller's jays are the western cousins of the blue jay, with deep blue bodies and black crests that form a sharp, dramatic mohawk. The crest is tall and spiky, often raised when they're curious or excited. The dark head and bright body give them a two-tone look that really stands out in mountain forests. These jays are found in the western U.S., from the Rockies to the Pacific Coast, especially in coniferous forests. They're often spotted near campsites scavenging for food, using loud, raspy calls to communicate with their group. Bold and intelligent, they're known for remembering food sources and returning to them. Number 7. Great crested flycatcher. This bird has a more modest crest than the rest on this list. but it's still noticeable. It's more like a slightly messy tuft than a sharp point. The great crested flycatcher's yellow belly and warm brown upper parts make it look earthy and understated, but the raised crown adds just enough flair to make this list. The crest tends to stay raised, giving it a slightly scruffy appearance. Great crested flycatchers breed across the eastern and central U.S., from Florida up to the Great Lakes and into parts of the southern plains. They're more often heard than seen, calling loudly from high in the canopy. While they typically ignore feeders, they will nest in boxes if there's enough tree cover nearby. That concludes our list of 7 birds with mohawks, but there are many more out there. If you want to see even more crested species from around the world, check out the article linked in the description. Let us know in the comments which of these birds you've seen. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video.